KJA Global Channel.
Freedom by design.
The questions that test freedom. The 30 articles, Q&A, Masterclass Series. E149 Article 24, A Life Beyond Labor. Pillar.
Wisdom in Action Article 24 pairs with Episode 105.
What does the right to rest actually contain?
It contains rest and leisure, reasonable limitation of working hours, and periodic holidays with pay. The mechanisms are concrete and hard-won.
Maximum working hours so that work has an end, mandatory days of rest, and paid leave so that taking time to live does not mean losing the means to live.
The implementation point is that these are not employer generosity, but enforceable rights, a boundary declaring that a portion of every life belongs to the person, not their work.
And that no one may be lawfully worked without limit. Rest is a right with a legal shape, not a favor.
Across sectors,
Maximum hours laws, mandatory rest days, and paid annual leave.
why is rest a matter of dignity, not mere indulgence?
Because a human being has worth beyond their economic output. We are made for relationship, reflection, family, faith, learning, and joy, not only for production, and a life consumed entirely by labor, with no time for any of these, is a diminished life, however much it produces.
The implementation logic is that the right to rest protects the space in which a person becomes fully human.
The evening with family, the day of worship or quiet, the holiday that restores the spirit.
To deny rest is not merely to overwork a body, but to deny that a person is more than the work they do.
Across sectors, protected time for family, worship, learning, and restoration.
Why were these protections fought for, and why must they be defended?
Because they were won against the view that a worker should labor until they break.
And that view returns whenever protections weaken.
The implementation mechanism is enforcement that holds the boundary for everyone,
Especially those with the least power to demand it, who are most easily pushed past endurance.
The principle is that limits on hours and guarantees of rest were not gifts but victories, and victories can be lost.
An unenforced right to rest quietly becomes no right at all, as flexibility or economic pressure erodes the boundary until exhaustion is normal again.
Across sectors, enforcement of limits for the most vulnerable and informal workers.
How does rest serve not just the individual, but a free society?
Because a people with no time to think, gather, learn, or rest are easier to exhaust and harder. To free reflection requires leisure.
Civic life requires energy. Relationships require presence. The catalyzing insight is that a society which consumes all of its people's hours in labor leaves nothing for the very activities that make freedom and community possible.
Rest is not the opposite of a meaningful life.
It is the soil in which one grows.
The implementation consequence
Is that protecting rest is protecting the conditions for citizenship itself.
time and energy for civic participation, learning, and community life.
Difficult questions do not weaken freedom. They protect it from shallow thinking and unaccountable power.
Examine the assumption, verify the evidence, continue learning.
And turn understanding into responsible civic action.
Share this discussion, participate thoughtfully, and subscribe to the KJA Global Channel.
So that the learning continues.
KJA.
Knowledge justifies authority.
Freedom must not only be imagined.
Freedom must be designed, protected, and lived.